Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Welcome back to the Soul Speaks podcast. So I wanted to do something different. I don't think I'm going to say the intro because y'all already know. You know, this is the soul speaking its mind right here. So I had to get to this because I didn't want to forget, because when this came to me, I was like, damn, this was kind of cool. So yesterday I channeled the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song. So I'm gonna go to the lyrics, but it was crazy because I was like, oh, we are the Fresh Prince or the Fresh Princess. So let me read these lyrics. Okay, so I'm gonna skip some parts, but you know, West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared to say you move with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. So I'm gonna stop right there because one, obviously, wherever you're from, born and raised, you know, we was chilling, right? We was chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, right? Like, we was chilling, like, no problems. Then a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. When I think about neighborhood, I think about spirit, honestly. Like, honestly, we found out some people was really not for us. We found out people was after us. We found out people was lying, betraying, stealing from us, lying on us. If I didn't already say that, you know, trying to plot on us. And it's like our ancestors, spirit guides, angels, our divine team, God, the universe, everybody had to go jump in and be like, nope, you out of here. You put up for protection. Nope, nope. This is a continuation. I'm glad I didn't forget this, but this is a continuation of Divinely Escorted. So this is part 2, but not part 2. But remember, in Divinely Escorted's podcast, I mentioned that we pretty much had bodyguards, and they was making sure that while we was on stage, it was no ruckus. Nobody was throwing nothing on stage, and you know, people couldn't boo us and like throw tomatoes and stuff like that, try to fight us, because we got security and they pulling them out. Like in an open mic, when we ain't really have much, people was able to say and do whatever they wanted to. They can boo us. We may have gotten off stage because we were insecure or, you know, whatever. But now we on the big stage with all the lights and all that on us. Ain't nobody gonna be able to come into our arena and cause any problems. Security will be right there and you'll be banned. And so pretty much this is the continuation, because we are the Fresh Prince. Like, we literally got put up for protection. So that's the first part of this. We got put up for protection. Bel Air. Air, I think of you know, the angels, the spirit guides, you know, up above. I just think of that type of protection. Or you moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air, like you finna be protected by Archangel Michael. You finna be protected by Ra. You about to be protected by you know, the fairies. Whatever you believe in, you know what I mean, of the highest good. So boom. Talking about, I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me a ticket. I put my Walkman on and said I might as well kick it. Now, all I think about right now is surrender, because I'm pretty sure we have heard these things like surrender your control. The universe got it right now. Like, the universe literally got it. Like, just chill, enjoy the ride. I know it's a little bumpy, you ain't want to leave your friends and all that, but wasn't it rough over there? Like, didn't you almost didn't make it? Wasn't you depressed? Wasn't you sad? Wasn't you anorexic? Wasn't you bulimic? Like, over there dealing with them energies? Wasn't you drained? Wasn't you not getting no money because they was draining your energy? Like, right, so let me take care of this. Just enjoy the ride. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to God. Surrender your control, because you can't control nothing. And God can see everything. Okay? So, boom. First class, yo, this bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people in Bear L living like? This might be alright. So, it's something about the reciprocity. Like, I feel like he didn't even know that he had champagne glass taste until he got to first class and was like, yeah, this might be alright. Like, oh yeah, I'm setting boundaries now. Like, what was Philly talking about? What? Like, oh, I'm first class now. I know my worth now. Oh, I set good boundaries now. Oh, I don't do that anymore. Oh, I don't do that anymore. You know? And it's not like a bougie thing. And he did say something about bougie. What did it say? But wait, I hear they're prissy bougie and all that. Is this the type of place that they just sent this cool cat? I don't think so. I'll see when they get there. I hope they're prepared for the Prince of Bel-Air. And see, that's the thing. Like, that's something also that I thought about. Like, throughout his journey in the show, he really was the eyeball. He really was the black sheep, and like, he was his status quo. He did what he wanted to do, and he was authentically himself, and they had to love him, and they eventually did love him for who he was and what he did, and accepted him for who he was. They had no other choice, because honestly, when Will wasn't around, that family was like, oh, Will not around. Like, yeah, they may joke on him, you know, but at the end of the day, like, he had a spark. He had a light about him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he had a light about him, and he fit right in. And honestly, he didn't think he was going to fit in with them. It took some adjusting. You know, we have to adjust and adapt to where God places us in these different seasons of our life. But at the end of the day, he was able to adjust and still be himself, but also adjust to the luxurious lifestyle that he's living. And also go back and forth, you know, with ego, because, you know, as sometimes they thought he was getting too spoiled, you know, because of being out there in California, and, you know, things like that. You have to be balanced with what God is blessing you with, pretty much. But, you know, he had a different flavor when he went to high school. You know, he turned his jacket inside out. He had flavor, you know. He was authentically himself, and that's the season that we're moving into. Like I said before, a lot of people were divinely escorted out, but so were we. And this is showing that we were divinely escorted out, meaning we are being put in a safer place. You know, we got security walking us to the limo right now. We got security walking us to our hotel room. You know what I mean? So this is the type of vibe that is happening. The security is walking us to our safer place, our soul home, our soul tribe, our soul career. You know what I mean? Our purpose. We are the Fresh Prince or the Fresh Princess, and we are being escorted right now. I did want to mention also that we have to keep in mind that we cannot go back. It doesn't really matter what they try to do, what they try to say, and what your ego tries to say. Because, you know, I watched Fresh Prince, and I watched it a lot. But he did end up going back to Philly, and his ego took over, because the dude that was spinning him around in the theme song, like in the beginning in the video, the dude he was fighting with, you know, calling him all type of names, saying you chicken. It's been years, but you went back, so of course your ego is going to put you back in that space. Your energy is going to get drained again, and they're going to push your buttons, and they're going to try to manipulate you and gaslight you to do some things that's not in your character anymore, or really was never in your character, but they've been trying to mold you, you know, society, your environment, and the people that are around you that are not of a higher vibration or for your highest good, are trying to mold you and make you weak and make you insecure and make you feel like you can't even get to Bel Air. Okay, because even though he didn't want to get to Bel Air, that was for his highest good for him to go to Bel Air. And before that fight, when was he ever gonna get to Bel Air? So before shit got serious, before shit hit the fan, God said, Because imagine that. I hear that Philly is very dangerous. I mean, Meek Mill came from Philly, I hear it's dangerous, you know? And so he could have probably got shot and died right there on that basketball court. You know, you just never know what people's intentions were. So if there is an opportunity to go back, do not go back. Because that shouldn't even be an option for you in this higher self. You have learned so much. Will realize going to Philly that, and then he was like, oh, well, I'm gonna fight him. And he really didn't want to fight. And it was all of this extra stuff. And then he felt like he had to stay there to prove himself. But then he realized that he had much more of a family and much more love and much more light when he was in California. And you could tell the difference. The scenes in Philly were dark and it wasn't light. When you went to California, it was light. It was bright. It was beautiful. The sun card is coming to mind. It was beautiful there. It was a different energy. And so I just want to remind y'all, like, don't go back. Like, don't go back, because we're literally being escorted. Like, and God will help you if you know, have a low moment and you feel like you need to go back. But no, and that's so crazy. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Soul Journeys cards. I'm pulling out Oracle card. At the bottom of the deck, it says peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Now, I was going to mention the Bible verse that I was reading. I was reading old notes of mine from like 2 years ago, and I was just clearing out some stuff, and I was like, let me look up this Bible verse. Because it just said Isaiah 26:12 or Isaiah 26. And so I read the whole 26, and then 12 stood out to me. So, Lord, you establish peace for us. All that we have accomplished, you have done for us. And so I was like, like, even though he begged and pleaded his mama, she said, no, you out of here. Like, you need to be at peace. You don't need to be wrestling and fighting with these dudes every day. You trying to chill and they bothering you. You know, and even low-key, Jazz got out. Jazz wasn't in Philly that much. Once Will came, all of a sudden, Jazz is in California too. So it's like, you know, sometimes you do bring people out of you. Oh my gosh. I just split the deck and freedom is here. Peace and freedom. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And he had to realize that he had to accept and adapt to his new scenery. He had to adapt to the fact that he had to be the prince that he thought he was in Philly, even though they shitted on him and made him seem like he wasn't a prince. He had to actually step up, level up into that prince energy, that emperor energy, and be like, yes, I am the fresh prince. But he had to adapt to the energy of California. You probably had that energy when you was, you know, with those people, but they were putting so much negative energy on you that you couldn't really believe in yourself. And now you have the space and the freedom, honey, to create your own happiness. And he did that. I feel like he had a great time in California. We learned so much about Will in California from that. And like the Bible verse said, and friendship is here. When I split the deck again, like the Bible verse said, Lord, you establish peace for us, and all that we accomplish, you've done for us. You've done this for us. And even if it doesn't seem like peace right now, we have been divinely escorted from those who do not belong. And those who did not belong have been divinely escorted from us, and they are banned from even coming in our energy again. Period, point blank. We're literally like a celebrity. If you want to say that, we are a celebrity. And God, the angels, the ancestors, our spirit team, our spirit guides, the universe has been working hard overtime, especially if you ain't been getting no sleep. They've been working overtime to make sure that nobody touch us. Nobody even, no. Keep a wet wipe, cage a bum, try to touch me, ill. Like, they're making sure a bum doesn't touch you because they had the opportunity. And honestly, we didn't know they was bums. But we also didn't really step into the fact that we were celebrities either. And not to really do it like that, but you know, we spiritually, we know who has fucked us over. We know. We know people who don't want to change. And they're stuck in it. It's success, growth, and denial in reverse. We're moving on to success. We have been divinely escorted to success. Our names is Fresh Prince, Fresh Princess. That has success written all over, and these people have growth and denial in reverse, and they don't care. They don't think that they're not growing. They think they are growing, and they're not. They're stagnant, and they're in denial about it. And that's what we got divinely escorted from. That's why you begged and pleaded for these people to not lead your life. Oh, that's my mom. Oh, that's my grandma. Oh, that's a lover. Oh, that's a friend. Oh, that's a boss. Okay, yeah. And that pride in reverse, I just split the deck again. Pride is in reverse. Loneliness is in reverse. Keeping them around was keeping death right here. Child. You know what? These cards are Just know that we are the queen. We are the king. We are in our princess hood right now. If you've never seen Princess Diaries, she didn't even know that she was a damn princess. Her dad died and she didn't even know she was a princess. You're stepping into that. She had to learn etiquette. She had to learn how to do this, but then also authentically be herself. And everybody around, paparazzi, the people of kingdom and queendom hood had to accept her because she was only 16. She's still young. She's authentically her. Last year, she was a 15-year-old. Now, all of a sudden, she finds out she's a princess and she has to step into that. But y'all also got to accept her for who she is. As quirky, fresh, eccentric, spiritual, whatever it is, hood, whatever it is, I'm still a princess. I'm still a prince. Respect me. Hello? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I love to hear it because I'm tired of hearing about all this like, oh, and I'm sad and I'm depressed. Listen, yes, have your moments, but don't claim that because you don't know what God is doing. God is escorting you out of love. Love is here at the bottom of the deck. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Just know that everything is a test and God is really giving you the best test ever because you can make it. You can make it. You really think that Will, a hood dude, wanted to go to Bel Air, California and be preppy? And judgment just fell out. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So if anyone is not on your princess hood, queendom hood, king hood, prince hood, you know why. You know why. They caused adversities in your life and they had to be divinely escorted out. And you are of a higher caliber. You have caviar and champagne glass taste. First class taste. First class energy. And you had to be removed from people who don't even want to go get a passport. And no offense, but they just don't even have the capability to think that far. No offense. This man came out really strong, but this was like, I had to make sure I didn't forget this because that was pretty cold. And then even more came to me as I'm talking to y'all about this. So forgive yourself for, not thinking you can do it, for sometimes being a little ungrateful about what God is doing and how he's moving and, what he's saying to you. Because in all honesty, we about to be living large. We about to be living lavish, and we not going to be having no worries. We about to be living lavish. Lavish Lullaby by Masego is coming to mind. Like, we about to be living lavish. Okay, luxurious. And we're still in Libra season. Luxury. What does luxury mean to you? Shout out to the Lifematician on YouTube and keeping up with OG on TikTok. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. What does luxury mean to you? You are the Fresh Prince. You are the Fresh Princess. So now you need to step into what do you desire for your life each and every day. Do you want bagels every day, crisped up with your coffee, with your tea? Like, start setting that up. Start setting that up. Start setting it up. Your princess life. What do you want if you were the princess, if you were the queen, how would you want your day set up? And watch it come to you. Because God is already preparing it. And I just seen 222 on the clock. So, peace and love, y'all. I just want y'all to know that things are moving. And things are moving really fast. And we just need to be prepared to step right into it. Step right into our role. Because we have been preparing this whole time. We are ready for it. So stay safe, y'all. Stay hydrated. And we're going to talk soon.